His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
As we speak, our coastal line is getting hammered by Hurricane Dorian right now. She scrapes on by, and over 100,000, close to 133,000 people without power at the moment.
Samaritan's Purse is responding to both the Bahamas and along the Carolina coast. Hurricane Dorian, of course, left thousands of people without basic necessities in the Bahamas. But Bruce Poss, he serves as the director of Samaritan's Purse North American Ministries. He joins us live from North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we heard about your DC-8 cargo plane that's touching down in the Bahamas full of critical supplies, but what are you doing to prepare your response here in the States?
So Samaritan's Purse has a fleet of disaster response vehicles that we deploy to disasters all over the United States. And so we, over the past week, as we've been watching this storm slowly make its way across the Atlantic and now up the coast, we've been preparing these trucks and support vehicles that go along with them. So we will deploy these trucks to the coast as soon as it's safe to do so, and then we'll invite volunteers to come in and to help homeowners clean their homes up and to get back on their feet.
It's amazing how many volunteers come out to help you out. I remember a couple of years ago when you were in Hilton Head at a command post, there were hundreds of people that came out, even took over like a whole church, and you had a command center that's set up there. I'm sure that's going to be very similar to this situation as well.
It will be. So far this year, over 12,000 folks have done just that, gone to disasters to help clean up and also to do rebuilds. And so we continue to do rebuilds and disasters long after the storm's over. But, last year, about 18,000 people. So far this year, 12,000 volunteers. And that's probably our biggest need will be volunteers.
You're standing right in front of a Samaritan's Purse truck. Can you show us what's inside? Is that one ready to go for response?
Yes, all of these trucks are ready. So we're going to walk just a little bit, and we'll go inside, and I can show you some of the things that are inside this truck.
Yeah, as Bruce is doing that, we're referring to His Radio TV, so you'll be able to see this on demand a little bit later on Apple TV, Roku, and at hisradio.com. So he's standing inside the truck right now, and it's not your typical semi-truck. You've got a lot of equipment that is in there, very well organized, and shelves and big displays.
Certainly, we one of the most important ones cabinets in here is our Bibles. One of the things that Samaritan's Purse does is to give a Billy Graham Training Center Bible to every homeowner. So everything that Samaritan's Purse does, we do in the name of Christ. And so this is important to us to leave the Word of God with those homeowners. But if you'll move on back, you can see some of the other supplies that we have. In this disaster, chainsaws will be very important with the wind events, and so we have about 25 saws on here that we use for put in volunteers' hands and to allow them to clean up after the wind has come through. We also have on here all the supply, anything that we would need to respond to a disaster. Each truck, we have 8 of these in the U.S., and so each truck is equipped to respond to any kind of disaster, whether it's fires over in California or the wind events that we have often along the Gulf or along the East Coast. So it's just filled from front to back with all kinds of things. It'll support about 125 to 150 volunteers from one truck. And so, as you mentioned, the large events, the way we respond is to set up at a church, as you said, in the Bluffton area, and then to invite the volunteers to come in. We house them in the church facilities. We feed them. We have shower trailers that we use to make sure they are well taken care of.
Yeah, it's an amazing operation. Bruce Poss along with us from Samaritan's Purse and talking about the relief that's going to happen in a matter of days as Dorian is moving through. You mentioned you have 25 chainsaws, but when volunteers come, do they bring any of their own equipment, or you cover it all for them?
We pretty much have everything that is needed. We will have volunteers that will bring their own equipment. We have safety gear on here, so when you're mudding out a house that's been flooded, the mold, is a dangerous thing, and so we carry N95 masks to protect volunteers. But some volunteers will bring their own equipment, but mostly we have what we need.
I am kind of shocked right now, Bruce, at the amount of organization. I mean, somebody with a label maker went in there and labeled all of your supplies. As someone
Certainly.
who likes a clean ship, that is awesome.
Yeah, we try to take good care of the equipment that God's blessed us with. Everything that, this whole truck and the whole fleet that's in our garage back here is all given by donors. And so we want to make sure that we take good care of it. And, having a place for everything and everything in its place makes it easy when you go back out to find what you need.
You're very organized. So when will you be rolling out?
So we haven't decided that. We're looking at the things today have really picked up. This is the time. It will probably go time very quickly. It being along the North and South Carolina coast, we can get these trucks in very quickly. But certainly through the day today, we could see that response happen. So we're just kind of playing it, looking at where it's going to hit, where the most need is, and then when it's safe for us to roll these trucks in and to get started.
Bruce Poss with Samaritan's Purse. It's a huge organization that's going to make a big impact. If you're wondering, can I volunteer? You can. Text the word RELIEF to 800-447-7234. We'll hook you up with Samaritan's Purse at that keyword right there, RELIEF, 800-447-7234. And we're definitely in prayer along with Samaritan's Purse and Bruce Poss and his team.